Okay, so this weekend I was out cycling, as you do on weekends, and I was wearing this jersey. And as you can see from the picture here and the video clips, that it is way too loose on me. Annoyingly, when I was getting up to speed, started flapping around all over the place, and that is not good for going fast. So today I want to show you how I'm going to take this gilet in. If you're anything like me, you will like your cycling gear tighter. So I've got this gilet here, it's from Sirocco, bit of a cheaper gilet, so I haven't got much monetary risk to it. And here are the items that you're going to need to take it in. Item 1, you're going to need your sewing machine. After that, you're going to need a sharp pair of scissors or some shears. Then, your pins, this will help keep the garments together. And finally, the garment itself, this is the most important part. If you're really serious, you can get a bonus item. This is a fabric marker. It can draw a line where you can sew along. From here, we can get making. The first thing you must do is turn your garment inside out and put it on. From there, you can determine the excess. You can see here, I've got about 3 centimeters either side, quite a lot. From here, acquire your pins. You're going to need these for step 2. Step 2 is putting the garments together. This way, both sides will hold together and you'll get an even stitch. If you have a fabric pen, this is the time to use it. You can use this to draw a nice line that you can sew along. Now that you've prepared well, we can get to step 3, the sewing. Make sure when you start that you go back and forth a little bit, because that's going to lock your sew in. When you're starting to get the hang of it, you can really put the hammer down, pick up the speed and sew along your line. Step 4, you can repeat on the other side. You should be well practiced by now, so you should have some high speed efficiency. Get that hammer down again. One final thing to note, you should try the garment on for size before you trim off any excess, and that way you can make any further adjustments that you need. Once you've done all of that, you can trim off the excess. So you can see I've kind of gone on the inside of the line here just to give me some space if I needed to go tighter. If you've got an overlocker, it'll end up looking like this. If you don't, it will just be like a normal stitch, and that's going to work just fine though. Before we continue, I actually chose to do this front pocket there rather than the back pocket because I just don't want to sew up any more of the pocket. You still want space to move in, so I chose to do the front side. Most cycling kit comes with either a mesh or a separate panel in the middle there, and like I said, just do the front panel, and I tend to go for like a C shape, and that just brings it in, tapers it in the middle, but the bottom band here was still tight enough, and I've just left that as is. Let's see how the final product fits. I'm going to pop a quick before picture right now so you can see how it was, and you can see how much excess material there was on the sides. And if you come back to me now, you can see that there's just way less excess material there. I can hardly pull it out. That is a much better fit around the waist for me, and this is now a good fitting gilet. This has been Cycling Unboxed and how to sew in your gilet. If you have any questions, feel free to pop them down below and I'll do my best to answer them. I'm not a professional, but I do like to sew some stuff in here and there.